to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsockеtradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
Hey, it's Coffee Ann time right here on ON, AM, and FM. Thanks for joining us on the last day of the month of June in 2006. 2006, wow. How about 2025, Joe? There we go. Got to get up to date now. I'm Joe Callahan. Dave Richards is with us. Hi, Dave.
Yes, 21 years ago. Or is it 19 years? Yeah, 19. I did the math wrong, didn't I? 19 years ago. You were still with it. We were down at Social Street.
Mm-hmm.
19 years ago, before we moved up here to Park Avenue.
All right.
And like that.
We're going to be joined by Melissa Murray, eventually. And around 8:30 or so, we will be joined by Joyce Kutsiani.
Yay!
From the Arnold Mills 4th of July Parade for her annual trek up here, talking about the parade, which will be on Friday.
And everything in line, I'm sure.
And hopefully she will be in her usual patriotic regalia.
Well, I'm
that
sure.
She normally,
Joyce is like that.
All right. So, and Melissa Murray is coming into the into this
sliding in from third right now. There,
to the Coffee Ann situation. Hello there, Melissa.
Good morning. I should have remembered to wear red, white, and blue, but I forgot that we were doing that today. Sorry.
That's okay.
All right. Then Joyce wouldn't have seemed so special when she walked in. I think you're being an excellent hostess.
Okay.
All right. So
is that like wearing white to a wedding?
Yeah.
Don't wear red, white, and blue when Joyce comes.
Exactly. Right. Okay. Don't wear white to a wedding because somebody else you know is going to do
Okay.
that.
You may or may not know them.
So today is a very sad day.
Yes,
a very sad day
Mr. Dewar, the guy who invented the Twinkie, passed away on this date. We went over that in the morning show.
Oh, no.
Do you have something else?
Yes. So
this is a day of mourning. The guy who invented the Twinkie passed away on this date.
And it's also sad because if you may remember that maybe about 6 or 7 weeks ago now, I decided I was going to foster some kittens from Providence Animal Rescue League, and they were very tiny.
They called and they asked, and you said yes.
I did. I said yes, and they were bottle babies, and I had to feed them every 3 to 4 hours for several weeks, and I was very tired and cranky. Well, now they're probably just about 11 weeks old, and they're going back to Providence Animal Rescue League today. They all made it through. They're all nice and well adjusted and all purry.
Good for you.
Yes, but I am happy that I have
nice work. And at a particularly busy time for you.
Yeah. They did get to go to the State House secretly. Well, not so secretly now, but those long nights I had to slip out of committee and bottle feed the babies.
Right back, gotta feed the kids.
But it was fun. We got a little mental health break with the kittens there when things are hectic, but I'm happily proving Dave wrong again. I am not keeping the babies.
Right back, gotta feed the kids.
But it was fun. We got a Dave wrong again. I am not keeping a single one.
Wow, amazing.
Wow.
I mean, I might have cried a little last night.
I
only cried a little.
I wasn't trying to be mean that way. It's just I know how much you love these little critters.
Yeah, I know. And these little
I'm
little
happy
critters
to be proven wrong if that's what's best for everyone.
Well, I'm sure they'll get great homes.
I certainly hope so.
Well,
but I totally did not name one.
Smart.
No, I did.
Oh.
I know.
Yes, I thought you did. Yeah.
I did. But that's okay.
All right. Well, I'm sure other foster opportunities will be coming down the road.
Yep, and I'm sure Robert Downey Jr. will get a great home.
That's what you named it? Don't want to go with Fluffy. That's way too easy.
He is Fluffy.
All right.
People names.
I'm glad I'm here.
Me too.
I wouldn't
want to sit over there.
No, I was a little concerned. This happened on Friday on my ride home. Continuously on my ride home. On two different highways, almost hit from behind.
No kidding.
And not my fault.
Really?
I'm going up 295 north to get on the 95 and go north.
Sure.
And it backs up because it's Friday and there's a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
I'm literally stopped on 295.
Yeah.
And I can see the car coming, and I automatically look to see in my rearview mirror to make sure if someone is coming. If someone's coming, will they be stopping? I'm like,
that's because you're a mature driver that's seen this stuff happen.
This was not slowing down.
Yeah.
That's a scary feeling. You
I
just
said,
brace
and
yourself.
I quickly looked up. I could get over to the right if I had to, but then I heard them, and they kind of skidded to my left. I said, okay, I'm all right
boy.
there. Get back on. Get on the highway. Everything's fine. I get onto the on-ramp to 495 south from 95. This is an S on-ramp, by the way. Again, there's 3 cars in front of me, then a truck, and more cars in front of the truck. We're all stopped. Here comes the car behind me. He's not going to stop. And he finally jacked on the brakes. I actually moved over to the right as he was moving over to the left so we wouldn't hit each other.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like,
Yeah, people
wow,
were driving
twice.
crazy on Friday.
Twice on the same day. Mm-hmm. Like, wow. I just want to get home now. And they were-
Starting
and-
feeling like a target, Joe?
yeah, I'm like, what is going on? Twice?
Vacation? I don't know. Some people taking the week off. I don't know.
Distracted driving.
It's got to be somehow, although I don't know what was distracting him. But anyway, I'm here and everything's fine.
Thinking
Good,
about
good.
what he's going to do over the weekend might be distracting them.
Maybe. All right. We had shots.
Yesterday I had
that?
Well, I'm going to lead
Yeah.
into this story there. Yesterday, I wish Chief Oates was here. He'd be beaming with pride right here in our studio, I'm sure, when he hears the relating of this little story. Yesterday, the fabulous Denise and I were doing some work around the place. People know we have a dumpster here from Gladys, and it's going away this morning. But yesterday was our last day to put that last bunch of stuff in the garage in there. Going to clean out the garage. And so, but it's warm outside. So we take frequent breaks. We have 2 chairs set up and all the bays in the garage are open. And we just sit there and chill and drink the ice water or a Gatorade or whatever. And we're just sitting there and we're looking out and we see the traffic going by on Park Avenue. And one moment I look up and I see this motorcycle. It's the not a Harley, not like a biker's motorcycle. It's a one of those kind.
Like a Kawasaki or
you lean
or a
forward on
Honda.
it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like
You
a
know,
race, like a racing.
Well, kind of.
All right.
You don't sit back on this one. You don't sit up on this one. You have
lean
to lean
forward.
forward.
All right.
Yeah.
I get you. Okay.
On the so I think people can picture the model that I'm looking at here. Screaming up Park Avenue. Actually, it's down. It's up a incline, but it's down Park Avenue going to the south toward Park Square.
Okay.
So it's left to right as I'm looking out Kennedy Street onto Park Avenue, and Denise is right there next to me. And then right behind that one, there's another one that is blue and black, and a lot. It's functionally the same, but it's got a bigger rear wheel extended way out behind the driver. So it's one of those customized versions. And they, too, are keeping pace with the first one.
All right.
And not even 3 seconds afterwards, I see a black and white police cruiser from Woonsocket with the blues on flashing right behind the 2 of them. Obviously has engaged them very short time ago, hasn't even put the sirens on yet. Well, you kind of, sirens are the last thing you put on because it kind of disturbs the peace, but you do it for safety. But he put the blues on, and then you let to see if they pull over for you. They don't, then you put the siren on. So it was that soon after engaging these 2. And right after the police cruiser, before you saw another car, another Woonsocket police cruiser, then a car, then another Woonsocket police cruiser, then a couple more cars, then another Woonsocket. I counted 5.
Wow.
And I said, well, they've already radioed North Smithfield Police.
Mm-hmm.
And they've already radioed Lincoln Police.
Be on the lookout.
And if they haven't yet, they're about to radio the state police because they are in pursuit. And those guys showed no signs of wanting to pull over. So that was quite something there. Now, you had shots fired, motorcycle groups. I'm tempted to say gangs, but I don't know if it was.
Yeah, just 2 groups.
And I don't want to say something that's wrong. But that's the way it's presented to us in the news.
Yeah.
And so then you look at it and you say, they got him. They had to get him. I mean, they got radios, and these guys don't. What are they? I mean, they could split up, but there's 5 cruisers after them, right? So, and 2 of them are very, very close behind. So, it just makes you feel like you can't stop the wrong in the world, but boy, it's great when the cops are there to try to slow it down some.
It does say police detained 2 people. It doesn't say if they're the ones on the motorcycles, though, but, probably.
I'm happy jumping to conclusions, Joe.
Now, Division and Crawford Street and Division Street is rather close to where
Just
we
down the
are.
hill.
Yeah.
Did you hear shots?
I did not hear shots.
No. Okay.
No, I did not hear
Melissa?
shots.
No. Okay.
You know, that's really kind of a distance away. That's more than a kilometer away, that
Okay.
intersection from here on Park Avenue. Because Crawford Street, and
Yeah, it's a good ways away.
that's about like 100, 200 Park Avenue. That blockish there, somewhere around there. Maybe the 2s. And we're at 900 here. So it's more than
you're on
a...
the top of the hill. Sound carries up, but not. I don't.
Well, I
know.
know, but there's a hill between us. The hill at Logie Street.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
crests.
Too. Oh yeah.
Yeah, just after Logie Street. Now, the sound would have gone up Park Avenue, but after Logie Street, it wouldn't have stayed close to the ground that much.
Okay.
I don't think. Well, anyway, we did not hear. Besides, we're throwing things in a dumpster with a bang and a thud and stuff.
Yeah.
So how would I know?
So, gunfire was exchanged, but no one was. I guess no one was hit.
Good.
And no one
Good.
got hurt.
Good.
I wonder where the bullets went, though.
Well, I'm sure they'll be retrieved for evidence.
Yeah, oh, sure. So the investigation onto the shots fired and what went on with these 2 groups is
Good work.
ongoing.
Good work by the Woonsocket Police Department. Made me feel like I'm being protected.
All right. In other news, Rhode Island State Police said a man hit a guardrail on his motorcycle just before 7 p.m. last night.
Guardrail wins.
And the guardrail won. This is right around where Route 146 North and 295 South meet.
Yeah.
The man
yeah.
The man who's 20 suffered serious injuries, was taken to Rhode Island Hospital, according to the state police. And that's all we have for you right now. Other than the man's from West Warwick.
Oh,
So there
maybe
you go.
going back home.
I don't think so. None of it's 295 North.
Oh, you said north. I missed that.
I'm sorry, 295 South and 146 North.
Yeah.
Doesn't say which highway he was on, though.
Yeah, he could have been going
Well,
away.
maybe he's heading home.
If it's 146 north, he wasn't going home.
And the people, the police in Lincoln were kept busy because they had a big drug arrest
On Saturday.
on the highway. Yeah.
Saturday, they pull a guy over for speeding. They find out there's a warrant
Bench
out
warrant
for
for
him.
him,
Bench
yeah.
warrant is out for him.
Well, okay.
So now
we
they
get to search
have
the car.
they
Yep.
have probable cause to search the car. And what did they find, Joe?
100 grams of marijuana, THC edibles, psychedelic mushrooms,
That's edibles for you.
and a gun with the high capacity magazine, which is also illegal.
Which has
Yeah.
now
Rhode
been
Island.
made illegal
Yep.
in Rhode
Yep.
Island.
Yeah.
So he was taken into custody. Emiliano Mendez.
Yeah.
Taken into custody, several firearm and drug-related charges.
Wherever he was going, and he was speeding to get there, he didn't get there.
Nope. So it's a bench warrant. That just means you didn't show up in court for something.
Right.
Yes,
Is that what
right.
that
Just the
is?
worst
Summons
thing
was
that you
issued
can
and you didn't
possibly
answer
do
it.
Not show up.
Is not show up.
Yeah, you didn't.
warrant.
You didn't. Yeah. You
Now,
don't-
whatever you do, if you get stopped again, it's even worse now.
Yeah.
Just always, if you have to go, just show up.
Just show up. to
That's
court.
right.
show
Even
up.
if you didn't do it, show up and
Right,
say
just
you
go.
didn't do
Just
it.
go.
Otherwise, you did do it. You didn't show up.
Right.
All righty. That's
You can't blow off court. Judges don't like that very much.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
they
they
get
take a
upset
dim
at that.
view on that.
and the Bellingham police officer is now facing charges here in Woonsocket.
Yeah,
The one that was
yeah,
arrested.
we mentioned that. It was last Thursday, wasn't
Yep.
it? Yeah.
He was over on Front Street by the club that's over there.
Rhode
and
Island
that's where he hit
Dolls.
that's where he hit the parked car.
Yeah.
Some people park on Front Street over there. I don't think he was in the parking lot. But he was off duty at the time, but he did have his service piece with him. Bellingham Police Chief, he's not happy.
I bet.
He's deeply concerned about the allegations,
Yeah.
which do not reflect the standards or the values of the Bellingham Police Department.
And there will be an internal investigation.
Internal Affairs
In
has been
our,
called.
department.
That's right. So, all right, we'll take our first break here on the Coffee and Program. Comments, questions can
That
be
was
called
fast.
in. Yes, at 766-1240.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week, ON is always on.
Innovation is driving Rhode Island forward. It's all part of the Rhode Island 2030 plan to power the future of innovation right here at home. We're building Ocean State Labs, a life sciences incubator in Providence, and launching a first-of-its-kind cybersecurity school at Rhode Island College, training the next generation for high-demand careers. Blue economy and ocean tech companies are choosing Rhode Island to grow cutting-edge technologies and create good-paying jobs. Go to ri2030.ri.gov to learn more.
Hi, Zoe Saldana. Welcome to T-Mobile. Here's your new iPhone 16 Pro on us.
Thanks. And here's my old phone to trade in.
You don't need a trade-in. When you switch to T-Mobile, we'll give you a new iPhone 16 Pro. Plus, we'll help you pay off your old phone up to $800, and you still get to keep it.
There's always a trade-in.
Not right now at T-Mobile.
I feel like I have to give you something in return for karma.
That's okay.
I don't really have much in my purse. Oh, let's see. Hand sanitizer. It's lavender.
I'm good. Seriously.
Let me check this pocket. Oh, mints?
Really, I'm fine.
Oh, I have raisins. I'm a mom. Wait 1 sec. I've got cupcakes in the car.
It's our best iPhone offer ever. Switch to T-Mobile. Get a new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on us. No trade-in needed. We'll even pay off your phone up to $800.
With 24 monthly bill credits, new line $100 plus a month on experience beyond finance agreement $999.99 and qualifying ported. For well qualified plus tax and $10 connection charge. Pay off via virtual prepaid card below 15 days. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. See T-Mobile.com.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
ON Radio.
Coffee and on ON. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here, along with Dave Richards and Melissa Murray. I'm Joe Callahan, and the fiscal 2026 state budget goes into effect next Tuesday. Not this Tuesday?
Should be the first.
That would be tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay, so that is next
That's
Tuesday.
when the fiscal year starts.
Okay, and addresses issues of housing in Rhode Island. It allocates $8.5 million to help those experiencing homelessness. How is that money used, Melissa? Any idea?
It's, I believe it is, so we have a Department of Housing. So when we allocate the money, it goes to the department, and then it's up to the department to decide, what they're going to do with it. Are they're going to piece it out to different organizations? Are they going to, develop programs?
Is it for the construction of affordable homes as well?
No, I believe that would be a different pot of money.
Okay.
I wasn't on finance this year, unfortunately.
All right.
I mean, I say unfortunately, like it's. I actually liked being on finance, knowing all the stuff, but no. So that would be, for wraparound supports or for addressing the issues. Probably maintaining that pallet village, things like that. But just getting, getting basic needs out to the community, and hopefully also to, create programs that will get people into housing. So. And
now cities and towns are now required to allow residential use in commercial zoning districts.
That's correct.
Was that a contentious thing when you guys were kicking it around?
Yeah, so this was part of the Speaker's housing package. This is the third package, I believe. And so on the last night of session, all these housing bills got pushed from the House into the Senate to be, ratified, so to speak, past both chambers. And I did not vote in favor of all of the housing bills. I will tell you that. There were many of them. It was late. I would have to look at the specific bill. But I did not vote in favor of all of them. Some of them I felt were far-reaching, too far-reaching.
All righty. And I heard Dave read this story, and
thank you for
earlier,
listening, Joe.
And I went, yikes, to the people in Providence.
Yeah.
And their tax
increase. You think you got problems here in Woonsocket?
6%.
4.5%. 6%
increase
is the lowest.
For single-family homes.
Yeah.
Owner-occupied.
And owner-occupied. Wow. Multifamily properties of 2 to 5 units
and tell
that
them
are not owner-occupied.
How much of an increase in taxes for anything that you don't live in—that's a dwelling unit that you own.
13%.
13%.
And they're just going to pass it on.
Well, that's right.
Sure.
Rents are going sky high.
Yeah, rents are sky high. I know that multiple municipalities, including ours, asked the General Assembly to,
Yeah.
were
they granted? I didn't hear the
over
news that they
the
had
4% cap. They were. They all were.
They all were. Yeah. Okay.
Providence was contentious, but then other municipalities were asking also. Little Compton asked to go up to 12%.
Well,
Really?
they can afford it in Little Compton.
Oh, come on. That's not fair.
I mean,
I know, but 12 is just wow.
Up to 12, right? And it was a local ordinance, right? Local city council, town council asks if they can do it. Who are we to say? Okay, my municipality is asking for this.
Right. But you feel that you're in a bad position to tell them that you know better about their local situation than they do.
Sure, even when you've served.
And it's it's a risk for their own political elected officials to do stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a risk for us,
But the
too.
Constitution says they cannot tax without authority from the legislature, so
That's right.
you have to be asked.
So when they're putting together their budget and they're in the weeds on the budget and they ask us, how do you say no? Some people wanted to vote against some Providence.
Sure.
Senators wanted to vote against.
There might have been some
Providence
local
bill.
officials that wanted the legislature to say no, so they were off the hook.
Right. What are you going to do? It's a bad scene. It's a bad scene.
All right. Let's see.
But I mean,
Woonsocket was 5.5.
Oh, was it 5.5?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 4.5. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to give you wrong information. I remembered it wrong.
If you want to be in Providence, they're inviting you to celebrate Independence Day on Wednesday.
Oh, well, what else is a mayor going to say? Come on down,
Everyone's invited to India Point Park.
Sure. No, thank
Anyway,
you.
No, I'm going to stay here.
Yeah.
I
World
live
War
here.
II Park.
I live here because I want to live here.
Yeah.
Because this is home. I people have asked me before, when are you going to retire? My family's asked me for 40 years to move to Florida. We got radio stations down here. We got TV stations. I said,
Yeah, but you don't own any of them.
Yeah, but you're not Rhode Island.
Right.
And so, this is home. And I like it.
How has Florida become like? This is you've made it when you've worked and lived in Rhode Island and you've worked all your life and then you retire and you go to Florida. Like, why? When did that?
I can explain that.
Okay.
According to Jerry Seinfeld, it's a law. You have to.
you have to retire to Florida.
It's not just Rhode Island.
No.
It isn't. I know.
It's most of the northern
Northeast.
places. Even Quebec. They have a lot of that.
Swampy.
But here's the deal. Here's the deal. You have improved your life if you no longer have to shovel snow, shiver in the winter, put up with scraping your windshield and all the rest of this stuff, because they don't do that down in Florida. That's a law.
Okay.
All right. So
I'd rather go to the Carolinas.
if you
It's
can
nicer.
if you can go down there and stay away from that and still come up and visit your family and friends during the
snowbird.
warmer weather months, the months that everybody loves, then now that is a reward for a life well spent and hard work and all the rest of that. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that you really, when you go to Florida, so many people have gone to Florida that you now have kind of like a social life down there, because they're not all strangers. You tend to congregate with as other people from the north are living. Daytona is one area, New Smyrna is another. The Villages, which was that piece of swampland that they just turned into a destination for snowbirders. Did you know the Villages has its own radio station?
No.
Licensed to the Villages? And retired DJs who have moved to Florida staff it.
Oh, that makes sense.
I'm not kidding. But it's a
You can drive around in
humongous area.
your golf cart and
golf
listen.
cart, yeah.
It's a
Listen to.
humongous area, tens of thousands, if not 100,000 acres.
It is huge. It is huge. I just
Totally,
it's not
so
the-
big that it has an approach from the east, from the west. They are now, if you live in the Villages, you're not from the village, you're from East Villages,
Oh, they broke
West
it down.
Villages, North Villages. I don't think they got a South Villages because that's pretty much swamp down there. But anyway, you really, Florida is a thing. And that's
I
why.
just don't get it. No draw for me. But
That's right. There's no draw for me either.
Yeah.
And I've talked about it with Denise over and over again. And that's just not. It doesn't do it for me.
yeah,
Doesn't do it for
nor
me.
me.
Well, it's funny, when I go to like to visit Disney World, if you look at the cast members down there, they all have their name tags on.
And where
with
they're
their
from.
with their hometowns. I've seen more Woonsocket, North Smithfield,
Oh, yeah.
Cumberland.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yes,
Sure.
It's it's amazing.
Wow.
Well, if you're young, when you
Wow.
go down there, you have to find work.
Yeah.
And that's one
sure.
place to do it. It's a large corporation. They hire a lot of people, and you might be able to get by.
I said, well, that's cool. Well, all right. So, well, I did have a neighbor that, like you said, the Carolinas, and he moved to South Carolina.
Yeah.
And he showed me what he was buying and what he was selling his house for up here and what he bought down there, and he made a nice little profit.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because of the cost of living.
Sure.
I'm like,
Cheaper.
wow.
Yep.
And if it does snow, it doesn't freak him out like it freaks out some of the neighbors.
Oh, yeah.
And he's still got his snow shovel.
Yeah.
When he gets maybe gets an inch or half an inch.
Right.
He's all set.
Big deal.
Yeah,
Laugh it
it's-
off.
And he knows how to drive in it, so he's happy with that. All right, back up here in Rhode Island. I'm glad to see this that the man was convicted of murder. This murder took place 3 years ago. The man, Ramsundar Ramkalawan, was found guilty this week. Prosecutor said he's 63. He repeatedly hit a 65-year-old roommate, Donna McDonald, in the head with a rock after having an argument. July 18th, 2022.
Brutal.
Pronounced dead at the scene, not even taken to the hospital.
Brutal.
It's a brutal murder. God.
Yeah.
Hitting the head over and over with a rock. Jeez.
Yeah. But
So
it
he's put away.
wasn't one time. It was repeatedly.
Repeatedly, yeah. It's not just one hit. You know.
Yeah.
They always show that in the movies.
Yeah,
One
yeah.
hit and they're out. No.
No.
It's usually a lot more.
He needs to go away somewhere.
Yep.
For a long time.
So we've started the where you can't swim places already.
Oh.
I know, before July 4th, so it
Before
always
July
makes the
4th.
news. This
Yeah?
is a
You
family
can't close the
campground.
beaches on the 4th of July.
That's right, Mayor. But
This is
gladly
a-
swim someplace else.
This one's a family campground in
Campground.
Foster.
Kola Luka Family Campground.
Right.
High bacteria counts have been detected in the
Right.
water. They'll continue to monitor,
Not their
review
fault
beach
either.
water
This is
quality
runoff
food.
from neighbors and
Yeah.
whatever, yeah.
Officials say the status of the beach may change as new data becomes available. Go online to the RIDOH's beaches telephone line. There's a recorded message there to tell you if you can go swim it. Kola Luka, where is that near anything? Is it
Yes.
near the state
A
line.
big tree.
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
Foster. So
Yeah, that's Foster.
all right. Over in Massachusetts.
It's near a pond you don't want to swim in.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking that
No,
the
seriously, I don't know what part of Foster it's in because that's a big town.
that state park we went to out there. That's
That's Gloucester. That was north of there.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So, all right. Is it near the post office? Have you ever been to the post office in Foster?
Yes.
I have too.
No, I don't
It's
remember.
about the size of this room.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is
They don't
a
need much
tiny
more.
little building. They must have one vehicle to deliver the mail to the entire town, maybe two.
Could be.
It's
Whatever.
It's not like the one we have here in
Oh,
Woonsocket.
I always had fun with Foster, and I even taught. We had the town clerk of Foster on the air one time, talking about their old home days, which is always the last weekend in July. Give them a free plug. And I have been out there several times with a group selling burgers and hot dogs and stuff like that. And I really, really found it charming. So we were doing a little thing on it. And I said, can you explain something to me? She says, yes. I know you've been around Foster for a long time. Yes, I've been here all my life. And I says, can you explain to me why the South Foster Fire Station is north of the town center?
Because that's where it's always been.
No.
No. Oh, what's the reason?
No, it didn't always been.
Okay.
No, and she kind of chuckled a little bit. She says, "Yeah, not too many people ask us that because we don't like that question."
Why, it makes us look
being
silly?
a little picky, isn't it? She said, "Well, back in the 50s and 60s, it was south of town center, and it was chartered as the South Foster Fire Station. The fire station became unusable. The building became unusable. A more suitable piece of land was found to the north of town center. They built a new one there in the 70s, and it is close. We have more population in the north of Foster than we have in the south of Foster, so it became a smart move to move the fire station closer to the center of population.
Yeah. Okay. No.
So, but she was dead serious about that, and I stopped joking about it.
Well, it's logical, so
Yeah,
okay.
right. But I just found it amusing.
It is, and I'm sure, and
Because
they've gotten over the joke, though.
Foster Old Home Days is at Town Center.
Yeah.
The old farmhouse that is now Town Hall is right there on the corner, and in back are all the little 4-H stalls and the bandstand and all the little pits where they have the tractor pull and the cow flop contest and all the rest of that stuff.
I don't know what that is, but I don't think I need to know.
It's charming.
Cow flop
It's
contest?
charming New England. Oh, you don't know what it is?
I wouldn't call it charming.
No, the entire festival is charming.
Oh, the festival, okay.
Yeah, because they've got the wife carry contest and stuff like that.
Well, that's kind of out of date, isn't
Johnny
it?
Cake, they got a watermelon seed spitting contest.
All the good stuff.
It's
Charming.
Yeah, you just don't see this stuff in the 21st century.
No, maybe there's a reason for that.
Come on
Right,
now, don't be snooty now.
We gotta take a
just because
break.
you're from Cumberland.
We're going to take a break right now on Coffee and more coming up. And it's time for the weather forecast.
Remember, I
being
grew
brought
up
to
in
you by-
Pasco. I understand that stuff.
This weather report brought to you by Compassion International.
Mostly sunny skies today with a high of 89 degrees and calm wind. Tonight, increasing clouds, overnight low of 69. Tuesday's weather, 40% chance of a quarter of an inch of rain and showers and thunderstorms, partly sunny skies at one time or another with a high of 88. Heat index values to 96 Tuesday. Tuesday night, 60% chance of more showers and thunderstorms, overnight low of 70. Wednesday, partly sunny skies and 87. Thursday, sunshine and 88. Independence Day, Friday, sunshine and 80 degrees. Saturday, mostly sunny and 84. And on Sunday, partly sunny skies, high near 89.
Outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street, bright blue skies, lots of sun, and 70 degrees. Thousands of kids in poverty have waited over a year for a sponsor. End their wait today. Become a Compassion sponsor. Text radio to 83393.
You manage your business, we'll manage your finances. With Navigant Credit Union's cash management services, you'll boost efficiency and enhance performance. From collections to disbursements, it's the expertise you didn't know you needed. Try Navigant Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Voted gold in ON Radio's Best of the Blackstone Valley in 3 different categories. Best Furniture Store, Best Outdoor Furniture, and Best Mattress Store is Coletta's Furniture. They have a lot of new collections that have just hit the showroom floor. Come and see Coletta's Furniture 2-floor, 25,000 square foot showroom packed with great deals and brand name merchandise. Recliners, couches, dinette sets, and of course bedroom furniture with mattresses are at Coletta's Furniture, and they offer delivery, no credit needed options, and 1-year finance options. Coletta's Furniture, 598 Wood Avenue, Woonsocket.
ON AM and FM.
It is Coffee In here on ON AM and FM, and we thank you for joining us. I'm Joe Callahan here with Dave Richards, Melissa Murray, and we're being joined at the Coffee In table by my former assistant principal at Cumberland High School, going back a number of years.
Yeah.
Only a few.
You know, my class just had their 40th high school reunion.
No kidding.
4-0. I'm like,
She's used to it by now. Dr. Joyce Hindle-Kuciani. Hi there.
oh yeah. But we're not here to talk about that.
Is it true that Cumberland just passed an ordinance at the town council that all traffic lights on the 4th of July will be red, white, and blue and not red, yellow, and green?
That would be wonderful, wouldn't it?
Or at least on Nate Whipple Highway?
That'd be great. For years we've been trying to get the red, white, and blue stripe. But
Right.
apparently.
It's a lot more trouble than you think it is.
Only one
Ask
town.
Oh, no,
folks
I
down
know.
in
I
Bristol.
know.
Only
Believe
one
me.
town gets to do that?
In the whole country, apparently.
It's a rule?
It's a
law, I should say.
that
Yeah.
went through the Senate, the
kidding.
United States Senate. Yeah, they're the only ones.
Wow. I didn't realize it was
However,
that
other
high
streets
up.
can have, they can have colors of
Green
Italian or
All right.
Portuguese
Oh, yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever.
Like Federal Hill has the
Yeah.
little
The
attached-
green and red, okay.
But we can't, no.
They've got a lock
State
on it.
road, no.
Well, yeah, it's a state road. That's the deal, right? If that was an old farm path, you might have
Which
gotten
originally
away with
was, of course.
it. Well, of course, yeah. I mean,
It was originally Sneetch Pond, and it would wound around like a little snake.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
But we tried, and we just paint our logo instead.
When's the last time you tried, though? Maybe things have changed.
Maybe about 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Mayor Murray wants to do it again.
There's the
Former Mayor Murray wants to try to do it again. Like somebody came up with this idea, like, oh yeah, it was. We did that, been there, done that, bought that T-shirt, like Buddy would say.
If I bring along my Bic lighter and mention the red, white, and blue stripes to Bill Murray when he's in the truck describing the parade this Friday, along with Tim Draper, that'll set him off through the roof, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a fireworks. Yeah. Well, that's your problem, of course. You asked permission.
Yeah.
Right. Well, they told us, this is what they did tell us. You could do it, but the very next day you have to paint them over.
Well, when does Bristol repaint?
They don't have to.
It's
It's their year-round practice.
Yeah,
I mean, it gets dingy and stuff
they
like that.
they repaint it, but they repaint it.
Yeah.
They repainted it a week and a half ago, and I said, "Gee, that's really early. You're going to have these kids with the peeling out over it and stuff like that, and trying to deface it." But they do it anyway.
Yeah.
And what would happen if you didn't? Did they tell you what the consequences are?
No,
I'd
they
love to know. Well, we're going to find
But
you 50
like
bucks
some
a day
people
or-
get a little.
Wow. Well,
Well,
we don't have deep pockets like Bristol does.
law-abiding citizens.
I
They don't
know,
want
I
to
know.
taunt the officials. I get it. All
but,
right.
but it's the 5th of July. They're on vacation. They won't be out for a week.
I know.
They give you a little time.
And Joyce will be out there with her paint bucket.
Right. I was just picturing like someone at the end of the
With a
parade just
roller?
rolling over it with a roller.
A roller. Now, there's an improvement to the idea I had. All right, Joyce.
That could be the last person in the parade.
Yeah.
Repainting this.
Oh, come on.
That's a great idea. All right, I'll
Well,
do
you'd
it.
have to have somebody in back of them with a yellow stripe.
Yeah, right.
Well, the unfortunate thing is that at the end of the parade, all the cars come out,
Yeah.
from all the side streets and everything. You take your life in your hands at the end of the parade. I'm in a golf cart, and I'm like, oh.
Joyce, you got to talk to us about this year's Arnold Mills July 4th parade. It's coming up this Friday. 11 o'clock kicks off at the state line on Nate Whipple Highway, otherwise known as Rhode Island State Route 120.
120.
Right there at Attleboro. And you've got a lot of really nice neighbors.
North Attleboro, dude.
North Attleboro, yes. You got a lot of nice neighbors around there that put up with this whole thing for the last
yes, they do.
99 years this year.
99 years, yeah.
Tell us what's happening.
I haven't been there since the beginning, though, I got to tell you.
Oh, well, we wouldn't expect
Even though
that.
Tim said that one time. Mr. Draper.
Is that so?
Yeah.
What a
when they-
rascal he is.
When they gave us an award, and he says, well, you've been there since the beginning. I was like, Tim? He's a former student, too, and
Yes.
he took his life in his hands that day, yeah.
Maybe you're the reason he went to Bishop Feehan. I don't want to say her anymore.
No. So anyway, well, his wife is a former student.
That's
anyway.
true, too. So 99 years.
99
Wow.
years, yeah. We were already planning the float for next year, actually.
Big
We just finished
centennial.
the float yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And this
Is it
our
99
theme
feet
is
long?
No, it's only
Oh.
18 feet long.
I
thank
thought
God.
maybe next year to have a 100-foot long float.
No, but we're going to have it's going to be good. It'll be interesting.
Oh.
It's pretty cool. It coincides with the 250th
Right.
of the United
right,
States.
yeah. So it's going to be,
So now we have now the committee's float is always toward the beginning of the parade.
It is, yeah.
But
Yes.
is it before or after the Grand Marshal? I've forgotten.
It's usually
Right after?
Yeah, right after.
Yeah, right after
Right,
the Grand
yeah,
Marshal. Yeah.
right.
That's nice, and that's right after the police cars and the fire
police.
trucks and
Yes, we're going to have Clipper the dog.
Clifford the
police-
dog from
Clipper.
TV.
Clipper.
No.
the
Clipper.
Clipper.
I'm
Police
sorry,
dog.
that's Cumberland. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
our comfort dog, golden retriever, very cute. He's a cutie. The theme this year is Remember When. So on our float we have pictures of places that are no longer there or were there or are different. Like for example, we have original picture of Ann and Hope Mill. We have a picture of the original Cumberland High School, which is B.F. Norton School, but that's going to be knocked down. We have the Currier Mansion that was knocked down. We have the Quaker Meeting House that is still in existence. We have the Colonial Cottage that is still in existence. We have a picture of railroad men near Titus. We think it's near Titus Road, near that depot and stuff. So, what else do we have? We have another one.
Would you collect all these pictures?
Well, I co-wrote a book with Dave Balfour, and those are the pictures that we had from there, and we had them blown up,
Great.
and stuff. Oh, it's nice. Yeah.
Who?
I know. We have another one of Ashton, and you can see St. Joseph's Church in the background.
Oh,
An
cool.
old picture with the, it's really kind of cool.
Who's the Grand Marshal this year?
Donald Fox. He is. He was our head of marshals, the chairperson of the marshals for years and years. He's been on the committee as long as I have, so it's like 41 years.
So like from the beginning.
Yeah, right, right from the beginning.
So you're honoring him then.
Yeah, we're honoring him, and
that's
and
great.
his wife is going to be with him, and she's been our vice president for years too. So
Yeah?
I've been
Oh.
the president, she's been the vice president for as long as I
it's a-
have. So
So co-Grand Marshals.
kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be nice.
Yeah.
What will they be riding in? Do they get to choose? What
They
get
have
to
they have a
choose?
Mercedes convertible.
Nice.
Yep. Mr. Bissett, and his first name is John, I believe. He's a realtor in the area, and
All right.
he's driving them.
I want to ask this question, and unfortunately, it may turn into a controversial question. But will the Cumberland High School band be there?
No, they were actually supposed to go to Bristol this year.
Okay.
So we weren't expecting them anyway.
Oh, okay. So they weren't planned to be there
They
as
are
well.
expected
Okay.
next year, however, so
Yeah. Okay.
under whoever's direction
Keep your fingers crossed for that. How many bands will be coming?
We've got at least 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we also have, we have a milkman's band.
The Monroe Dairy
Yeah.
guys?
Yeah. This is the first year for them. We're really excited about it.
It's cool because they all dress in the old-fashioned white uniforms.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've never seen them before,
No?
so I
Oh,
said,
this-
this is really kind of cute.
It's great.
I don't know if they bring a cow. Did they bring a cow?
Well, when they played here in Woonsocket a number of years ago, no cow.
No cow.
Although
Did they have a
maybe one
plastic
of
cow?
maybe one of their trucks will follow them. That's,
Yes, yeah, they did.
That's painted like a cow.
Okay.
So close enough.
I hear it go by every once in a while in
Yeah.
the neighborhood, yeah.
I don't think you'd want a
But I-
cow in the parade.
No, but
No.
if plastic cow would be fine.
Well, we'll see what they
Yeah,
what they have.
we did that with horses too. No more horses.
No more horses.
No.
People love the Clydesdales though.
Oh well,
Although
yeah,
they're
but
about
we
money,
can't
money,
afford
money,
the
money.
we can't afford the
Clean up.
Clydesdales.
Yeah, but just
Well, some of them wear little diapers.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they
just
do.
the cost of the horse itself just to
Yeah.
come
Oh
is
well,
just-
yeah. Like we said, we don't have the deep pockets that Bristol does. We wanted the mummers too, but we can't get them either. And the Shriners go to Bristol also now, so
What about the Cycling Murrays?
they're coming.
All right.
Yep.
No, any relation?
No
Melissa?
relation.
Jeez, wow. So many Murrays and no one's related to each other.
You know, those Irish are prolific.
they get around.
Good Catholics.
Yeah.
They'll be doing their usual Cumberland first and then heading over to Chepachet. Usually that's
Yes.
what they normally
Yeah.
do. Okay.
They do 4 parades that day.
Wow.
I don't know how they do it, but they do it.
How do they get from place to place? They must be exhausted by the fourth parade.
Well, they have a truck.
Well, right. I get it.
They don't cycle
And
all
in
the
our,
way.
you know,
No.
in our parade is only like a mile and a third, so it's not that, and it's
Terribly
pretty
long.
straight. Yeah, we only have one little dip in the road, and
Yeah, but then you get a hill.
it's a minor hill. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It's
Well,
not
as
that
long as
bad.
the Cycling Murrays, by the way, is a group of people that are on unicycles that ride the entire parade, and they're always very popular. Of course, we'll get to the other controversy with the Auto Mills 4th of July parade when we come back. And you've been listening to the Coffee and program. More Coffee and coming up. Comments and questions can be called in at 766-1240.
Join the Coffee and panel weekday mornings at 8 on ON Radio.
Innovation is driving Rhode Island forward. It's all part of the Rhode Island 2030 plan to power the future of innovation right here at home. We're building Ocean State Labs, a life sciences incubator in Providence, and launching a first-of-its-kind cybersecurity school at Rhode Island College, training the next generation for high-demand careers. Blue economy and ocean tech companies are choosing Rhode Island to grow cutting-edge technologies and create good-paying jobs. Go to ri2030.ri.gov to learn more.
Hi, Zoe Saldana. Welcome to T-Mobile. Here's your new iPhone 16 Pro on us.
Thanks. And here's my old phone to trade in.
You don't need a trade-in. When you switch to T-Mobile, we'll give you a new iPhone 16 Pro. Plus, we'll help you pay off your old phone up to $800, and you still get to keep it.
There's always a trade-in.
Not right now at T-Mobile.
I feel like I have to give you something in return for karma.
That's okay.
I don't really have much in my purse. Oh, let's see. Hand sanitizer. It's lavender.
I'm good. Seriously.
Let me check this pocket. Oh, mints?
Really, I'm fine.
Oh, I have raisins. I'm a mom. Wait 1 sec. I've got cupcakes in the car.
It's our best iPhone offer ever. Switch to T-Mobile. Get a new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on us. No trade-in needed. We'll even pay off your phone up to $800.
With 24 monthly bill credits, new line $100 plus a month on experience beyond finance agreement $999.99 and qualifying forwarded. For well qualified plus tax and $10 connection charge. Pay off via virtual prepaid card below 15 days. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. See T-Mobile.com.
ON Radio, ON Worldwide in Woonsocket.
Here it is, Coffee In on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here. Dave Richards is around. Melissa Murray's here. Joyce Kutsiani. Yay?
Yes.
All
Hey.
right. For the Army Mills 4th of July Parade.
How many years has that taken?
Well, yeah, I gotta write it down phonetically every year. And Leslie Page from the Woonsocket Harris Public Library has also joined us. Hello there, Leslie.
Hello.
We're going to find out what's going on at the library in just a second. But from what I read it yesterday online, and that there's an issue, I guess, with water cannons. At the parade, and now they're banned.
Right.
Banned from the
Correct.
floats, or banned from the sidelines, or both.
Well, we're trying both. We're asking people to not throw water.
Okay.
What happened was in the last couple of years, they came up with this thing that also fills water balloons. That, you put it on your hose and they fill up like 100 water balloons.
Yes, I've
So
seen
now
that,
people
yeah.
are throwing them at people. So it was like both ways. It was coming from the sidelines, so it hit our Miss Rhode Island. It hit me also. I was driving the golf cart. I mean, thank God nobody was in front of me. I would have hit them because,
Yeah.
you automatically close your eyes when you get hit in the face with it.
Yeah.
Miss Rhode Island was hit. Her car was gorgeous. It was a beautiful Cadillac convertible, old, So he was upset. He yelled at the kid. I yelled at the kid and hit me. But the water cannons were like, they're squirting. One resident took out his hose and was hosing people down. It just got to the point where now I have lost custom cars, old cars, because they don't want to get them.
Yeah.
And they don't take them out in the rain.
Yeah.
So I have no beauty queens this year, and they were in for years and years and years. So, it's just sad. It's just sad. You want people to have fun and everything, but this year is supposed to be not that hot, not that humid. So far, knock on wood, and we're hoping that people will.
Do other parades have this kind of issue? Or is the first I'm hearing of it?
This was new, and I think it's with that advent of those water balloon things.
Yeah.
And the water cannons. They used to have like water squirt pistols.
Yeah.
Those didn't go that far, and that wasn't that bad. You didn't get soaked.
Right.
But there were people that were dripping wet, and I don't think it was that good. One of our marshals has $8,000 hearing aids. She had to take her hearing aids out. She didn't want to get them wet. Yeah. So then she couldn't hear. I mean, this isn't good.
Yeah, yeah. Well, okay. Well, I'm glad to see that. Well, they're banned this year, and we'll see if people stick to the.
People are upset with it. They don't see the reason, and I'm like, okay, well.
You can't please everybody.
Yeah, we had a resident come in and talked about it and wanted them banned too. So I mean, it was like, it was just not our decision. It was other people asking for it. So.
Especially if you are driving a vehicle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You shouldn't be throwing anything at someone who's
you
driving
throw
a
it in
vehicle.
at the windshield, and boom, you close your eyes.
So was this a decision by the Arnold Mills Parade Committee? Not a town.
No. The committee made the decision after.
Town meeting. Okay. All right.
Yeah. We meet in August to review what happens.
Yeah.
And any kind of. And this year, actually, we're going to meet because it's going to be the 100th next year. Usually we meet in August. We have one meeting in September, and then we start again in January. I think this year we're going to be going all year because it's 100th, and we have to get a lot of stuff done. We want it to be the biggest and the best so far. So
Did the Miss Rhode Island people tell you last year because this happened? They said that's it.
no, well, she
back?
came over. The parade had just started, and she came over, and she was ripping. I mean, the lady that runs that program.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, what can I say? I'm sorry,
They want you to line the parade route with police officers to stop this?
Yeah, I know. Well, we did kind of ask the police to help out, but...
What did they say?
They said,
we
we'll try what we can do.
Not really
But, the thing is, there are police officers at every road.
Yeah.
There's the police officers to stop people from going on. I mean, but they can't run down to somebody's yard that's halfway in the middle, you know, so I don't know. It's just...
All right.
We'll do what we can. We can only do what we can.
When I walked in the Pride Parade with the Senate contingency and the House reps, I got bubble guns, right? And so, we were just walking, and we were, shooting off bubbles. And people loved it because it doesn't hurt you. You're not going to get soaking wet, but people are like, oh, bubbles. So
yeah, bubbles are good.
Bubbles are fine.
Bubbles are good.
Bubbles are good. Bubbles not going to hurt
and
anybody.
And there are people who have latex problems with the balloons, that they're allergic to it. So, there's another thing with the balloon.
Yikes.
It is what it is.
All right. We're going to talk with Leslie Page right now because she comes in every Monday to tell us what's going on at the Woonsocket Harris Public Library. So what's going on, Leslie?
Well, our summer hours are Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday and Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We will be closed on Saturdays through Labor Day, and we will be closed Friday, July 4th for Independence Day. We offer self-service photocopying and faxing, and our reference department provides notary services free of charge on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m., 2 to 4 p.m., and 5:30 to 7:30 p.m., and on Tuesday and Friday from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. and 2 to 4 p.m. This week, the Children's Department is offering Sensory Exploration Fun today at 10 a.m. and on Wednesday, July 2nd, also at 10 a.m. For more information about children's programs, please call 767-4122. Our teen department holds a tabletop role-playing game every Tuesday from 3 to 4:30 p.m. Anyone age 11 through 18 is welcome. Storytelling through theater is a drop-in workshop for ages 11 through 18 at the library every Thursday from 3 to 4:30 p.m. For more information on all teen programs, please call 767-4132. Our next Tech Tuesday will be held on Tuesday, July 8th at 2 p.m. The session will be devoted to learning email tips and tricks. Call 767-4124 to register. All of the latest information about programs, services we offer, and how to reach us can be found at our website, woonsocketlibrary.org, or on our Facebook page. If you have any questions or would like more information about anything I've mentioned today, please call us at 769-9044. And we look forward to seeing you at the library.
All right, Leslie, thank you very much. So, Joyce, you got the road race before the parade.
Yes.
The annual one. How long has the race been going on?
55 years.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Quite a while.
Yeah.
So, and who runs it now?
We have a triumvirate
Okay.
of people. So Tom Kenwood was a longtime chairperson, and he had to be replaced by 3 people.
He can now run in it if he chooses.
He's wonderful. He's still on the committee and everything, and he comes to every meeting and everything. So he's still interested. But
what time does the race start?
9 o'clock.
Okay.
9 o'clock. They've already got like 500 runners already signed up, so it's going to be a good
Did you
one.
have a record last year? Of
They did.
Runners?
They
Yeah.
did, and I think it's going to be even bigger this year.
Right.
And they have some, I guess, very famous runners, if you want to call it that. And so, I mean, that's not a thing that I'm really good with,
not in your circle.
Not my forte, yeah, but they're really thrilled about having this particular couple, actually, a male and female runner that they figure that will win both, but, so. And actually, if you are registered to run, you can pick up your numbers on the night before, on Thursday night, and it's going to be at the new lodge that we opened at the old ski lodge. They knocked down and they rebuilt. So instead of picking it up at the fire station, they're going to pick it up there.
Okay.
Pick up the numbers there. It's a bigger place.
You like
better
it?
parking.
Oh,
It's
I'm
beautiful.
lucky.
It's beautiful. It really, they did a nice job. I
Great.
went on the opening,
Mm-hmm.
so it was really nice.
All right. Do you contact the North Attleboro Police so they can start closing off Nate Whipple Highway
yeah,
down
the police
there?
do, and they also contact the state police too. So
Yeah.
everybody knows everything.
What's going on? And when,
Yeah.
I can imagine people like coming down Nate Whipple Highway from North Attleboro not being too happy when they find out that the road is closed off and got to turn around.
Oh well.
But hey, it's only one day, right?
It's only one morning. They close the road basically from about 9:15 to 9:30, and then from 10:30 to 12:30.
And yeah,
And
then it's done.
then it's done. So we're good.
How many divisions?
We have 4, but they're big.
Big divisions, good.
Yep. We need marshals. That's the thing. We'd make bigger divisions and have more divisions, but we don't have the people to do that. So
4 is fine. 4 is fine.
4 is fine. Yeah.
All right. Fire trucks coming from all over?
All over. Yep.
Yeah.
We have North Attleboro, a couple of antique ones.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully they won't break down or anything, but and the Cumberland ones, of course.
And then North Smithfield, from
Sometimes.
Rhode Island?
Yeah,
mostly?
sometimes they do. Yeah.
Any from Mass come over?
North Attleboro.
North
comes.
Attleboro does?
Yep.
All right. And how many bands this year?
14.
All right. Oh, that's right. You
Yep.
mentioned that. So good music in that as well. Anybody from the state coming to walk in the parade?
We don't know.
No?
We never know that.
Until they show up?
They show up.
Mm-hmm.
We have, I know one of the reps, the rep from the area, Alex Maslakowski, comes and because they drive tractors.
Okay.
Because he runs a farm, so hello, here come the tractors, and they're old and they're really kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's a local thing.
I was worrying just about like a Jack Reed or Sheldon Whitehouse. I know they probably pop up
Oh,
in the Bristol
they're
parade.
in Bristol. They're in Bristol.
All right.
Yeah.
What do you
The
got?
one
What do
time
you
that Mayor McKee, oh God, Governor McKee was our Grand Marshal. When he became governor, he went from our parade down to
to there?
Bristol.
All
So
right.
he was in both.
Well, maybe because next year being the 100th, maybe someone will
Yeah, probably.
make a concession and come to
Maybe.
the Cumberland one.
We'll see.
All right.
We'll see.
Let's see.
What time does the parade officially kick off? Step
11
off?
o'clock.
11 o'clock?
Sharp.
All right.
Sharp.
Keep it on schedule.
Whether you,
Oh, yeah.
Whether you're
So
you're
folks
there or
should
not.
get there nice and early to stake out a spot.
Well, it's really funny because you see, like the night before, we see a lot of chairs already.
Really?
And they're roped off and everything. Oh yeah, it's just like in Bristol, I guess.
Yep.
Although
Yep.
Bristol had to put in a rule that they can't put it until a certain time the night before.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow,
that's
okay.
how, But theirs is a very long parade too.
Yeah, that's true. So, all right. So it steps off at 11 o'clock, but it's usually done rather quickly.
12:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. And you're in the first division, right? No, or do you go?
Oh, I'm doing traffic control, because I give the people from your station, the lineup, and all of a sudden somebody has gone in the wrong way. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, here we go. So we tell them that, okay, well now you moved, so then therefore now that music is next to another music, so now I have to put a car there, so I'm like trying to juggle everything. So I wait until the end.
Yeah.
Yep.
No. Okay, I see.
I bring up the rear.
Well, we tell the guys that do the announcing, here's a sketch outline.
Right.
It may or it may
never know.
not
Right.
be this.
Someone might not show, or
right.
Right.
We had
stuff happens.
We
Yep.
had a meeting on Thursday. I gave them the lineup, and since Thursday we've had 5 more entrants. So now I have to stick them in to a good place.
Do they wait to see what the weather's going to be like? Is that why they're making this last
Probably.
minute decision?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
So right now it looks good.
Yeah, they're mostly cars and
Sunny and
yeah.
warm on Friday.
Yeah.
So okay, now we can go.
Yeah.
Have you ever had to turn anyone away
No.
because they've just come too late?
No, one time the cycling Murrays did come in so late that the parade was over.
Did they still do the route anyway?
Yeah, they did the route anyway.
Hey,
They were cute.
I
Here
mean,
we
hey,
are.
you're here. Why not?
All right, we'll just go real slow. Well, we'll be going slower than the cars, but they did it anyway. So
Yeah.
fun. All right. Yeah. But the mayor of Cumberland and town council people.
Sometimes the mayor usually helps collecting money with the bucket brigade because we still try to collect money that day. It's not it costs over $30,000 to run a parade.
It's so tough nowadays because who carries cash now?
Yeah,
right.
Nobody carries cash, right?
Right. Well, we do have the QR
codes?
the QR things. Yeah, we do that
for people to scan.
Yep. Yeah.
The parade's in the 21st century.
Yeah.
We try. QR code. All right, that'll do it for Coffee and today. So, Joyce, thanks for coming in.
Oh,
Good
thank
luck
you
with
for inviting me.
4th of July parade. There's this Friday, 11 o'clock, Arnold Mills Parade.
9 o'clock road race.
Have fun.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
And Melissa Murray, thanks for coming in as well.
Thanks for having me.
You too, Leslie. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
All right, I'm Joe Callahan. Have a great day. Stay tuned. Kim Garno's Blessings in Good Health is coming up, and I'll talk to you again at 2 this afternoon on ON Radio.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. The Senate is expected to start the so-called vote-a-rama on President Trump's spending and tax bill this morning. It's unclear if Republicans have enough votes to get it on Trump's desk by the 4th of July deadline. In an interview with Fox News, Trump said it's okay if it's passed a couple of days after that as long as Congress gets it done. Investigators are calling the fatal shooting of 2 firefighters in Idaho a deliberate ambush. Authorities say a suspect set a brush fire near Coeur d'Alene. When firefighters started battling the fire, they came under gunfire. 2 firefighters were killed, a third was wounded. Roughly 300 police officers descended on the area and exchanged gunfire with the suspect. They located the shooter's cell phone signal, which led them to a deceased man with a gun nearby. The jury is expected to get the case today in Sean Diddy Combs' trial in New York City. NBC's Liz Kreutz.
A group of 8 men and 4 women will begin deliberating in New York federal court to determine whether Combs is guilty of 5 felony charges. 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution, 2 counts of sex trafficking, and 1 count of racketeering.
Both the prosecution and the defense